Students, in this video we will discuss about pointer to array in C. So this is a new concept in which we will discuss about how the pointers can be used to point out an array. Now before beginning to this topic, I just want to remind you what is an array. Array is a collection of similar data type elements, and these arrays can be pointed with the help of a pointer. So that we will discuss with the help of an example. So let us we start with a program, a simple program which is pointer to an array. So let us we start. First of all, by what we need to define here the header file. So I am just going to declare hash include stdio.h. So this is the header file I have taken. Then I am going to define here hash define, this is size. So this hash define macros I have already discussed, or you can call it as a preprocessor that I have discussed in my previous videos. You can also refer to this previous video. I am going to share the link of the previous video in this video. So now this we have declared here the size. This size is the macro name, and we have given the value 10. And then I am going to declare here the main function. So this is the integer main. In this main function, what we need to do, first of all, I will declare an array. So this is, I am going to declare an array, integer array, and supplying here the size. Now this size, the value will be taken from the macros, because this size will be replaced by the 10. So this array of size, it becomes the array elements of 10. So there will be 10 elements of an array. Now we need to declare here the pointer variable. So this is integer. This is called integer type pointer variable. So integer star ptr I have declared, then equal to array. So what it means, when I am going to assign the array name, so this is the array name ARR, I am going to assign it to the pointer, integer type of pointer variable. What it means? It means it is pointing to the zeroth element, zeroth index element of an array. So we can write it here like this one. So this is similar to integer star ptr equal to array of zeroth index element. So here when we are going to declare a pointer variable which is pointing to the zeroth index element, that means it is referring to the zeroth index element. Now we need to declare here the another variable, integer I, and suppose if I want to print here the array element, so I can write here enter %d array elements. Now we need to give here the size, because how many elements I need into an array, that depends upon the size. Now we need to apply the while loop or for loop for getting the array element. So I am going to use this while loop. This is while until and unless ptr is less than ampersand of array of size. So what it means, what we are going to do, we are just going to compare the pointer ptr. So ptr is pointing to the zeroth index element unless and until it is less than of array of size. Array of size means the last element, that means the 10th element. So it is comparing ptr zeroth element is less than ampersand of array of size. So first of all, it is going to be from 0th position to the 0th index position to the 9th position. Then we need to scanf. So I am going to use scanf for getting the value. This is %d and then comma ptr. I am getting the value from the user. Then we need to increase the pointer value. So this is ptr ++. Let us see this concept again. What we are going to do, we are just going to apply the loop for getting the values from the user. How we are getting the values from the user? How the ptr will be used for getting these values. So this is ptr. ptr is pointing to the array of 0 element. unless and until it is less than this size, that means 0 से शुरू होगा ये लूप और कहाँ तक जाएगा, एरे के 9th एलिमेंट तक. That means getting this one, जब तक वहाँ तक नहीं पहुँचाता तब तक it will get the value, and we are going to increase the pointer value. ptr plus plus means, as I have already discussed in the pointer arithmetic, when we are going to increase it, it will point to the next element address. It will point to the next element. So this ptr plus plus means that is your ptr equal to ptr plus 1. Here plus 1 means 1 because 1 is an integer value, but the pointer is of integer type, so it will increase the pointer pointing to the address by 2 bytes. So this is the pointer. So we are getting the value from the user here. Now again I am going to take ptr equal to, this is a array. I am going to again initializing with this 0th element address to the pointer. Then we need to print the array element. So this is printf. I am going to display element. So these are the elements in array R. Now for I equal to 0, in this case I am going to use this for loop. I is less than size, then I plus plus. Now I am going to printf, use this printf statement for printing the values of the array. So this is printf %d, then comma, and then double quote, then comma, star of ptr plus I. Now how it will print the values here, because we are going to take here the ptr plus I. Firstly the initial value is 0, so ptr is pointing to the, this pointer ptr is pointing to the 0th index element. Now we are going to take here ptr 0th index element plus I means 0. That means it will point to the 0th element index, value at. So star here represents value at ptr plus 0, pointing to the 0th element. So it will find out the value at 0th element address. So it will point the first element address, sorry, it will point the first element value. Now we need to we no need to be increase here the pointer value, because we are going to use this I plus plus. So next time it will becomes 1 value. So 1 is less than size we have given is 10. So it will increase it by here the value. So next time it will point to the ptr plus 1. It will point to the second element. So this becomes value at the second element index. So value at second element index will be given by this one. Similarly for I plus plus, next time it will increase by ptr plus 2 and so on. Now we need to return here. So this is return 0, and finally going to close this main function. So this is the program I have made here, that is for pointer to the array. So this is an important topic. I am just going to execute this program here. Before executing, I just want to show you the complete program here, so you can see that. So this is first of all what we have taken here. I am just going to revise it. First of all we have taken the header file hash include str.h. Then we have taken here the macro, or you can call it as a preprocessor, has defined size and macro name, and which is assigning the value to the size is 10. Then we have taken the main function, integer main, the main function returning the integer type. So we have taken here the return 0, the main function returning the integer type value. Now we have initialized this array with the help of a size. So this is normal array, and array is a collection of similar data type elements. So integer array of size it becomes 10. So we are getting the 10 elements in an array. Now integer star ptr, we have declared a pointer variable. Now pointer variable we have assigned this array name to the pointer variable. So it is pointing to the 0th element of an array. Now we have taken a normal variable integer I for applying the loop here. So we have taken this temporary variable here for the while loop. So now we want to get here the array element. So we have given this message onto the screen. Enter %d array element comma size. Enter size means 10. So %d replaced with the 10. Enter 10 array elements. Now we are going to apply the while loop. In this while loop, we are going to compare. For running this loop, we are starting with the 0th index. So PTR is pointing to the 0th index until unless it will reaches to the final, that is array of the 9 size. Until unless then it will loop will be goes executing. So this is a while loop we are going to use. In this while loop, we are just going to taking the value from the user. So we are using scanf, then %d comma ptr. We no need to take here the ampersand here, because this ptr is a special kind of a variable which is going to be take the address of the, this is representing ptr is here representing the ampersand of array of 0th element it is getting. Then ptr plus plus, that means ptr plus plus means 0 plus 1, next element address it is pointing to. So it will get these values from one by one. Then we are again going to initialize this array with this ptr, so we can print the element array. So array of 0 element we have assigned to the ptr, which is pointing to the 0th element. Then we are going to print these elements in the array. How we can print? We are going to print with the help of for loop. So this is a for loop. For I equal to 0, I is less than size means 10. So the loop will be goes from 0 to 9. It becomes the 10 element. Then we are going to print it. And how we are going to print it? This is with the help of printf %d, then comma star of ptr plus I. Star of ptr plus I means value at ptr plus I. Initial value is 0. So it becomes the value at 0th element, because pointer is pointing to the array of 0 element. So it will it will print the value of the 0th element. Then I plus plus, I plus plus means I value become increase 1. Next time we are going to add into the pointer. So when we are going to add into the pointer, it will increase not by the 1, it will see the type of the PTR. So type of the PTR is of integer type, so it is the integer type pointer. So it will not increase the value of PTR plus 1, it will increase the size of an element. So size of an element of integer type. So it will increase by the 2 byte. So PTR plus 2, then it will point to the next array element. So next array element, that will be your 1. Then so it will print the value at that particular index. Similarly, it will increase the I plus plus, it becomes 2, 3 and so on. So we are going to print the all the array element here. Now we are going to execute this program into the your compiler. So I am going to open this VS Code. Before going to this VS Code, I am just going to copy this program. So this copy, I have copied this program. Now go to file and then make the new file. So this is an example of pointer to array. So I am giving here pointer to underscore array dot c. It will ask the location. I am going to create this file, then going to copy and paste. So this is, I have pasted this program here. Now we need to execute it. Before executing, I just need to see is there any error or not, because we are going to copy it. So we need to be see this one, because after copying it will change the character here. So we need to take here the eject values. So double quote I need to change. Okay, then percentage d, this I have taken care of, this one. Then save it, control plus s, and then execute this program. So when you will execute it, it will show you some output. So first of all, it will ask enter 10 array elements. The control when will reach to this instruction, it will ask you to. So the program has been compiled successfully, and yes, it is asking enter 10 elements. I am just going to enter 10 elements: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, then 80, then 90, and then finally 100. We have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have taken, then press enter. Now you can see that the elements in array are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we have seen here the program that we have built with the help of a pointer which is pointing to an array. So normally a pointer variable is the special kind of variable which contain the address of the another variable. But it doesn't mean that it can be only used for the variable only. No, we can also use for the arrays. That means we can also point to the array elements one by one. So I just going to use here the slash n so that it will display you the better in a better way. Control S and then execute this program again. So after executing, it will again ask enter 10 array elements. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So you can see that it will show you the output 10, 20, 30, 40 and elements in the array are 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 90 and 100. So just going to wind up this video. If you really like my videos, please like, subscribe and share with the others also. Thank you.